Okay, so just for the sake of clarity, because like I was saying, there's a ton of information and a ton of noise out there. And I mean, really, affiliate marketing can be boiled down to 4 steps. And if you just start with step 1, get that figured out. You don't need to figure out the entire, 4-step process. You don't need to become a pro overnight or in a week or anything. You just are responsible for doing the next step. So it can be boiled down into 4 steps. Step 1 is finding a niche, figuring out what audience and what problem you want to serve and what problem for that target audience that you want to help solve, and then finding a product that can do that. So that's step 1. Step 2 is building a sales funnel. Step 3 is creating an automated email sequence. And step 4 is creating content on whatever platform, TikTok, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, it doesn't matter, Pinterest, but getting people's eyes on the offer that you're promoting so that you can start directing them to your sales funnel. And then once they visit your sales funnel, you're going to capture their email address so that your automated email sequence will send to them and continue to follow up for you so you don't have to do it. And then your sales funnel will also introduce them to the product that you're promoting. So the good news is, like, picking a niche, picking a product to promote, creating your sales funnel, and then setting up your automated email sequence. Those are all things that you only have to do once. I mean, if you change niche or choose a different product to promote in the future or whatever, then you can repeat that process. But I'm just saying that stuff is automated. Once you have it set up, you don't have to do it every single day. Once you have your sales funnel and your email autoresponder set up, all you have to do is create content. And that's like the easiest part. I know that might be minimizing how much fear some people have or apprehension about creating content, but it's a heck of a lot easier than, taking in all the information that you need to set up an email autoresponder or set up a sales funnel. So yeah, and creating content's the fun part. And not to digress too much, but when I first started creating content on TikTok, I was like, oh my gosh, my hair, like, is this lighting okay? You know what I mean?
That's me.
And I must have recorded my first video, I don't know, 10 times. And I was just like, and I had to like remind myself, breathe, like exhale fully. And I was like convinced that people were going to be mean to me on the internet, that whole thing. But what I found was, just like I was saying, TikTok is really good, and other algorithms are really good at matching you up with the kind of people that want to hear your message, And so what I found was everyone on TikTok was nice. Everyone was like interested and wanted to hear more. Like, I found the people, and it's so crazy. Like, I found community on TikTok. And I think that that's true with not just TikTok, but other, social media platforms as well. But I remember after, I was just like, okay, I'm going to just create something that might be garbage, but I have to just start, So I made a video, I hit post, and then I was like, oh my God. And then I like checked on it a couple hours later. I was like, oh my gosh, it has views. Like, it has like hundreds of views. And I think that kind of ties into my next thing. So with social media, with posting, with putting yourself out there, it's like if you are asking someone out on a date and this is someone you really like and you don't want to look stupid or whatever, if your fear of looking stupid overshadows your wanting to ask them out on a date because you really like them, think of the experiences and the feelings like that you would have missed out on had you let that fear stop you. And I say that particular example because I've totally been there before, like failing to ask someone out or be like, hey, like, I like you, let's go out on a date, because I was terrified for a long time, and who knows what could have happened. But with putting yourself out there on social media, it's so similar. And what I found is, once you do it, and your first video might suck, mine did, mine was awful, Like I didn't have a trending
Oh
sound.
my God.
I didn't put captions. I didn't do a bunch of the technical stuff right. But I learned as I went. And I think my content is a lot better now. And I have a better handle on like TikTok as a platform than when I was first starting, which obviously it's like
Your
any new
TikToks
skill.
are amazing.
Oh, thank you.
They're really good. They're really good. But I've seen you growing from
Girl.
back then until
Yeah.
now. And it's like, they're just amazing now. I'm like, oh,
That's sweet.
but
But yeah, I mean, think of if I would have been just like, well, I don't want to look dumb. Like embrace looking dumb. And I say that obviously kind of flippantly, but what I've found is that by like admitting, okay, worst case scenario, people heckle me or I don't get a lot of views. I'm not going to die. You know what I mean? And pushing through those fears and continuing to create content. It's like and I actually made a TikTok about this a few months ago, but it's like a advanced or like an accelerated form of therapy. Like you face your fear and insecurity, you push through it, and then you get to a point where it's like, I don't care if people heckle me. That says more about them than it does about me. Now I just create content, like I'll be in a bathrobe or I'll go live or, have videos seen by tons of people that have no knowledge of me and don't know who I am. And so they'll be like, oh, that chick's wearing a bathrobe. Like, but I don't care. And I think that if the more that you practice kind of going outside your comfort zone, and I know it sounds cheesy and people say it all the time, but the more you do it, the easier it gets. And it doesn't just make the task easier. You become a different person that is capable of doing that thing with ease. So it's not just the task that changes. The task doesn't change. Like the posting to social media is always the same thing. It's creating a video and hitting post. You change, you become more capable and more confident. You turn into the entrepreneur that you thought you were faking being or emulating.
Oh my gosh, no, that's so true. That is so true right there.
Yes. And if you haven't, oh man, there's a TED Talk. I need to find it now because you guys have to watch it. But
well, I have to tell you, Barb, I've been listening to that, what is it? The book that you recommend, The Miracle Equation.
Yes.
I am stunned. I feel like he's talking directly to me.
Yeah.
Because everything he's talking about is what I've been going through the last 6 months. Well, not just the last 6 months, but that's what because I've had a lot of setbacks because of myself. Mm-hmm. I'm holding myself back. And I'm sorry, I don't mean to interrupt all this. But
you're fine.
I just kind of got on a thought, but I've just been struggling through everything for the past 6 months. And I'm just like, everybody else is getting it. How come I'm not getting it? And it's me. When I started listening to this, I was like, oh my gosh. Mm-hmm. Like I'm telling you, everybody needs to read this book. Everybody.
What's the name of the book again?
It's called The Miracle Equation.
Okay.
Yeah. By Hal Elrod, I guess his name is.
Yeah.
It is really a good book. It is such a good book.
Yeah. And just like it really did like shift my mindset from
totally
like, because what he talks about, and I don't want to like give away the whole premise of the book or anything because it's so good, but what he talks about is like the equation for success being, or like for miraculous success being absolute faith that you can and will reach whatever goal that you set, no matter how crazy it is, and then taking like massive effort. So it's not just like the belief, which belief is so important, but then also taking action to match it. So like one of the examples he uses in the book is he had this huge sales goal. He used to be a salesman for like Cutco knives and had this huge goal. And so he was like, I want to hit, X amount of dollars in this 2-week period. And so he was like, okay, I can do, like, he had full belief, like, I will reach this. And he doubled the amount of sales calls that he was making. And it came to like literally the last hour of that 2-week period. And he was able to like sell a crazy amount that last hour and hit his goal. And actually back in March, I kind of implemented something similar for me, and I set a huge goal, and I was like, at first I was like, crap, there's no way I can make this. And then I was like, no, like I'm going to have absolute faith, and I'm going to work my butt off, like create the best content I can, think outside the box. Like, how can I add more value for my target audience? And I came up $300 short of my goal, but was I upset? Not at all. Cause I was like, oh my God, like I was blown away that I could even come close. So anyway, it's an amazing book. I highly recommend it. Also I put in the chat the YouTube link for Amy Cuddy's TED Talk. And she talks about what I was just saying about like fake it until you become it. Like if you guys have ever had imposter syndrome, which is everybody's going to find out that I'm not a real affiliate marketer. I'm not really an expert. I'm not confident or competent or whatever, fill in the blank with whatever fear or self-doubt or insecurity that you have. But she talks about, well, you should watch it, but she talks about how to overcome that and like faking it until you become it. Like not fake it till you make it, which is kind of like implies that it's like a result that you're after, but fake it till you become it, meaning you become the expert, you become the competent person. It's so good. That was another life-changing book. It's actually a TED Talk, but it's also a book. Anyway, sorry, I went off on a really big tangent.
I know.
Here.
Sorry, I kind of got you started on that.
No, you're fine.
But it's really good though, and it's really making a difference with me since I've started reading it. Just in the last few days, it's like made me think about totally different things, and realizing why I'm not progressing like I wanted to, like everybody else has been doing, because it's because of me. You know, I'm taking forever to do things, and it's because I didn't believe. I'm starting to believe now that I can really do this, but I've been thinking all along I can't really do this. Like I can't really do this. I'm not understanding it. I can't do it. But then when you post, they gotta watch the video, the other video that you posted too, with the emotional cycle of change. That was eye-opening to me because I could see where I was, and I'm like, I'm almost there.
Yeah,
I'm almost there. It gave me hope, you know, because I kept thinking I'm just struggling all along. So yeah, anyway,
no, totally. And like, I feel like, which if you guys don't know what she's referring to, I just posted a YouTube video a couple days ago. You can look on my YouTube channel if you want to watch it, but it's all the kind of my, I don't want to call them hacks, but like all of the things that are important to me that I've learned about mindset or have, like that have helped me through this process. I'm like, I was a psych major in college. And so I was all about research, about mindset and cognition and how we can like get the best performance out of ourselves with our own minds. And anyway, but yeah, I think what for me, seeing that there's an actual, it's called like the Dunning-Kruger effect, where it's like this studied, explained kind of phenomenon among humans. But it's like, it's something that we all go through. Like the emotional cycle of change, we start where we see it. We're like, ooh, look, a shiny object. That looks cool. I want to do that. Then you start to learn more about it, and you're like, oh, this is harder than it looks. And then you get to the valley of despair, which is, oh, this is way too hard. I want to quit. This is not meant for me. I'm not cut out to do this. I hate that one. And I don't mean like, I hate people that say that. I mean, like, I hate that we have like the self-doubt that starts to creep in when it's just a natural part of the cycle of learning something new. But right on the other side of that, like you were saying, Carrie, on the other side of the valley of despair is informed optimism, meaning, okay, I know that this is going to be hard, and I realize that there's a lot to learn, but I'm learning it. And then the next step is success. And so it's kind of like managing your own emotions around that cycle of learning something new.
Yeah, because all along I've been telling myself I'm not quitting this. Like I am doing this because that's what I heard. That was a big thing, like back in like November, December, when I first started like looking about it or, learning about it. And everybody kept saying it's hard, but it's not, but it is. And the more the more you push through it, like, don't give up, because it's going to be hard. Like, don't give up. So my mindset back then was just don't give up, but that's the only mindset that I had. So I haven't been giving up, and I've been watching everybody and do their, watch them do their things, but I keep thinking, I can't do that. I can't do that. Well, now after this book, I'm like, yeah, I can. And then with this other, the emotional cycle of change, I was like, I didn't realize how close I was. I kept feeling I was close. Like I'm close to getting it, but I'm just right not there. It's just, I have to see the big picture, and I still haven't put all the AWeber and stuff is really confusing to me. But now that all that's kind of coming together, I wish I would have had this stuff at the beginning. Like, I wish I could have had your video, the book, like, just, it probably would have made a big difference back then, because mindset is everything. And I know I keep hearing that, but it really truly is. And that's what I'm learning from your two things that I've read through and watched. It's like, mindset is everything. You have to be in the right mindset, or forget it.
Dude. And I feel like, and maybe this is just me, but I feel like whenever I have ever in the past, like, come across someone who's like successful at whatever they're doing, they're teaching it, and you see like a TikTok video or a YouTube video, and they have some result that seems like unreachable compared to where you are, you're just like, oh, well, this person, you can't, they're not credible somehow. Like, oh, they've always had it easier, they, whatever. But what I think, if you like were to go back and like watch all of my content from day one, you'll see I was not always like, didn't always feel, or look like confident or like polished or whatever. But what people told me when I first started doing affiliate marketing, people who knew way more than me still do, is you have to have belief and like buy-in that this business model can work for you. And I had 100% belief, which is something that he talks about in Miracle Equation. But I think that our expectation and our level of belief and level of commitment informs or predict like the level of success that we have, because we put a cap, or we put a limit on what we do because of what we think we're able to do. Like, why would I try to fly to the moon right now if I didn't believe that was possible? Like, why would I even allow that to enter my consciousness? And so I feel like if we find ourselves struggling to get a certain result or accomplish something specific, that it probably boils down to our belief, Anyway, again.
Well, another problem that I have found that I kind of recognized by just watching your videos, and I think it was the emotional cycle video one, is that the whole shiny object syndrome. It's like, I understood that, from before. I'd hear it and I was like, oh yeah. Try to stay on target and everything. And I have not been. I watch a video and I start a series, and then I find something, I get distracted or go down a rabbit hole or something. And then I'm like, wait, I was over there and now I'm over here. And that was 2 days ago. So then I'm confused because now I'm doing two different things. So it's so important to stay on the one task and just block everything else out.
Yeah.
Because I've really struggled in that area big time. Big time.
Yeah. And I would even say, something that just crossed my mind, because I think there are so many kind of decisions and different thoughts, and again, noise out there that's swirling. But imagine if, like, in high school or junior high, when the teacher was like, okay, I want you to all write an essay about anything you want. And you would just be like, oh my God, that's such a broad topic. Like, you would freeze because that's so broad. Like, can you give me something to go off of, And I feel like so many people are like that with affiliate marketing, where it's like, hey, you can literally promote anything, any niche, any product. And I think that huge, expansive possibility is so, ironically, like, I don't know, stifling or limiting to some people, because it is to choose. So imagine if I was like, okay, everybody's assignment is to promote, let's see, this mindset meditation product. And now, so now you know what your niche is. It's mindset and meditation. And here's the product. It's on ClickBank. Here's how to sign up for a ClickBank account. Here's how to get your hop link or your affiliate link. Now go. Like, so now you know your niche and your product. Like, would you guys know, like, okay, what, like, if we were like actually doing this, so what would be your thought process for, okay, what do I need to do next? So if you have your, you know, the product you're promoting, you need to build a sales funnel.
And be the sales funnel first. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And you would want to build it congruent to the product page.
The product. Yeah.
You need to connect it to your email autoresponder. So you would set up your email autoresponder. You would need to create a list. And then you would need to take the email swipes from that product in ClickBank and plug them into an email campaign in like Aweber. And then after you have all that stuff set up, then you'd get on TikTok or whatever platform and start creating content that's relevant to the people who would be interested in mindset and meditation. And then you'd be able to put your affiliate link in your bio, and that would lead people to your opt-in page where you would collect their email, and then your automated email sequence would go out to follow up with them about that product. So
It just sounds easy.
I mean, but it is. I mean, the process.
I know, but and yeah, now that I know more about it, it is easy. But it's just I was holding myself. Yeah, you're absolutely right. It's like I think we make it harder than what it needs to be.
Of course we do. We're humans. That's our specialty. But I mean, really, like from a high level, that's all it is. And of course, there's technical stuff like click here. Oh, if you click here, that's going to break it or whatever. But that's the technical stuff. That's why there's tutorial videos. But if you understand like the big picture perspective, you can kind of troubleshoot your entire process. And by that, I mean, okay, I've been creating content for 2 months, and there are people who are clicking and opting into my email list, but that nobody's buying anything. Why? Okay, well, if you are getting traffic, like a lot of engagement and views on your videos that you post on TikTok, just as an example, and people are going and opting in, so they're entering their email to, you know, get to the next page in your funnel. Maybe a couple different things could be happening. So maybe your bridge page video is not great. Maybe your bridge page itself, like the written content in your bridge page is not great. Maybe you don't even have a bridge page. Maybe you have your opt-in page going directly to the product page and you need to add a bridge page. But do you know what I mean? So
yeah,
if you're like 2 months in and you're like, wow, so I don't have any sales, what's going on? You can start to like pinpoint where in your funnel things are not working efficiently. So if your content's doing well, awesome. So hopefully you can see this and it won't be backwards. Is that backwards?
No, it's right.
Oh, okay. Oh, it's just backwards for me, I think. So so this is your funnel. So down here is people converting, meaning that they're buying the product that you're promoting. So at the top is your content. And just like how we want to make our opt-in page in our sales funnel look like the product page, you know, same color, same font, that whole thing, same messaging. So if you are promoting a mindset meditation product that's like, learn how to quiet your monkey mind and have inner peace so that you can achieve success. Like that's the messaging of the product. We can't change the messaging of the product because we don't own it. So we have to adjust our messaging going up, like our pages that we can create and tweak, and also our messaging that we put out in our content. We need that to match the sales page or the product page, you know? So if the product page is calm your monkey mind so that you can have inner peace and achieve success, that's the messaging we need to say in our content. And we need that to be congruent throughout so that when people see our content, click through and enter their email, see our video on the bridge page and get to the actual product, that it's all consistent and congruent. And so they know what to expect the whole process. If we create content that says something like, learn how to make lots of money with meditation, and then they get to the opt-in page and they enter their email, they get to our bridge page and see our video that's like, hey, learn how to make lots of money with meditation. And then they get to the product page and it's like, learn to ease your mind and ease the monkey mind and the chatter going on inside your head so that you can achieve success. That is completely different messaging. And so they're not going to buy it because they were expecting what we were giving up here. You know what I mean? And so once you get to the point where you're creating content, now you can start to see where the bottleneck is happening. You know what I mean? So you can preempt any bottleneck from happening by making sure that the product that you pick, that you're really clear on what the messaging is. And you can become like, you can get clear on that by just visiting the sales page and investigating what it says, like the kind of wording that they use, what the overall vibe is. Is it one of, you know, mental clarity and peace and calm, or is it like hustle and grind and get that money meditation wise, you know? So, yeah, I guess that's just like a tip that I wanted to mention, that once you get to the point of, hey, I'm creating content and I'm not seeing any results, it might just be that you're still building an audience and still, you know, getting people to follow you and building your following and that kind of a thing. Or if you've been doing it for a few months, it could be that something is misaligned in your funnel, if that makes sense. Yeah, ish. Anyway, but I just wanted to mention that while I had it in my head. Is this helpful? Like, is this helping provide? Okay, no problem, Heather. Thanks for joining. But is this helping provide hopefully some clarity or some information that you didn't know before? If not,
hey, Barb,
feel
this
free.
has really been great.
Oh, great. Yeah, if you
I
guys
have a quick question, if
Sure.
you don't mind.
Mhm.
How do you pinpoint where in the process you're kind of missing it? Because I'm finding it kind of hard to see, is it my content versus is it my actual funnel? Although I'm using a shared funnel, so I would think the shared funnel that I'm using would be proficient because it was designed by someone who's way more experienced. But
Mhm.
how do you know, how can you pinpoint where it is you're missing it?
That's a really good question. Hold on, I'm just making some more notes. Okay, so back to our example of the mindset meditation product that we are working with from ClickBank. So if our content is missing, like if we're not even getting a lot of views or engagement, we're going to see that on TikTok or on whatever platform it is that we are using to create content. So you could see this just in views and engagement. Like if you post a video and it gets like 50 views in a week, that's not great. Of course, depending on how many followers you have, but in general, it's not great. So you could see that just like at a surface level, just with the number of views and the number of likes that a certain video has. You can also look, and this is why on TikTok, it's important to have a creator account so that you have access to analytics, because you can actually see in TikTok analytics how many people are clicking onto your profile. And then you can see based on that, how many people are clicking the link. You can't see this part in TikTok, but when somebody clicks your link, so they'll visit your profile and you can tell that metric on TikTok. And then if they click your link, they'll go to your opt-in page. And let's say you're using ClickFunnels, that's what I use. So you can actually see this, see the statistics for people who reach your opt-in page and your bridge page in ClickFunnels. And so let's say you have 100 people click on or visit your profile 80 of those click on your link in your bio. And now, I don't know, 50 opt in. And then only 10 after they opt in go past your bridge page. And then one person converts. So you can kind of see, like, that's why it's called a funnel, it's getting skinnier as it goes down. But your content, you can look on TikTok or like Instagram, whatever platform that you're on will have some kind of like metrics or statistics that you can use to kind of analyze your content. And then in ClickFunnels, you can look at, what's it called in ClickFunnels? I think it's called stats. But you can see like the number of people who hit your opt-in page, the number of people who opt in, and then the number of people that hit your bridge page. And then if this is a ClickBank product, hold on one sec.
How do you know if you have a creator account on TikTok? I don't know how to tell what kind of account that I have.
The default is just like a personal account.
Oh, that's probably what I have. Then maybe that's why I can't find any of the stuff you're talking about.
Yeah, so you'll need to go into your settings and change it from, let me look real quick. So you'll go into your settings and then
In the profile, right?
yeah, I can't remember. Oh, it's in manage account.
Oh, okay.
And then you'll pick, can't remember the exact terms that it uses, but kind of follow along the prompts and select a creator account.
There's one that says switch to personal account. So does that mean that I do have?
And then that either means you have a creator account or a business account. If it gives you the option to
Switch to personal account. It says if you switch to your account type, you will lose your all business account features.
Okay, so then you have a business account. So you want to switch it to creator account.
Okay, so I got to figure out how to do that then. Okay.
Okay, so, and then this is ClickBank. So imagine that we are looking at so the number of hops in ClickBank is just the number of like people that end up clicking on our affiliate link. So this is the number of people that click on that affiliate link on our bridge page and actually go to the product page, like the actual affiliate product that we're promoting. And so I'm not actually promoting anything on ClickBank currently, but yet somehow on 7/22, I still had 9 hops, meaning somebody went through my funnel, or not just somebody, 9 different people went through my funnel and went through my opt-in page, went through my bridge page, and then ended up on the product page. So you can use the reporting section on ClickBank to have insight into that portion of your analytics. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does.
Okay.
So, Barb, when I
Yeah.
look at my ClickFunnels, it looks like to the first landing page, since I started, I have 172 people that went to my landing page, and then it drops down to 30 to the next page. So that's like a huge drop in my mind. So is there something maybe possibly wrong from the landing page to the thank you page? And then I have a bridge page after that, and there's only 14 that actually made it to the bridge page.
Sorry, say those numbers again. So how many people are landing on your opt-in page?
So it says for the first page views, it was 172.
Is that the unique views?
It's all the unique views is 103.
And then how how many actual opt-ins?
So actual opt-ins was 81.
Mm-hmm.
And then it says for the bridge page, there was only 14 all and 11 unique. So it seems like nobody's really making it to the bridge page. And I only have like 27 subscribers actually subscribed to my email list
Mm-hmm.
for the product that I'm promoting. So there's definitely a connection missing here.
Yeah, it sounds like it. Let me see. Give me one sec. Hmm. Would it be possible, could we like view your desktop or your ClickFunnels on that page so I can look at the stats?
Yeah, sure. I'm
Or
not
are
sure
you
how
on
to
your-
turn this. I'm on my phone actually. I'm not sure how to turn the camera. I don't know if I can do that here. Let's see. Oh, there we go. Yeah. Okay, so I don't know if you could see that.
Okay, and then can you expand that, can you expand where on the left-hand side where it says,
Let's see.
can you scroll over to the left so I can see better? Where it said that little drop-down arrow where it says 7 steps to become a super affiliate.
This one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, and then, oh, okay. So I'm gonna show you something real quick. So I'm gonna share my screen.
Sure.
Okay. So I want to show you something, and I don't know if this will help, but okay, so see how I have two different variations. And this is my opt-in page in my funnel. So so if I go here to edit page, so I'm just going to start with this first variation, the control one. And then if I go up here to settings and integrations, so if you can see, I have my Aweber connected to an existing list and it's opt-in. That's like the name of my list in Aweber. So now I'm going to click out of there. And now I want to go edit page on this other page, which is basically just, as you can see, there's like, it's one, it has a different headline. So you always want to be like split testing 2 different variations to optimize your funnel or, you know, whatever it is that you're testing. But in this case, I'm testing 2 different headlines. One is live a life of financial freedom, which is what I came up with. And it looks like that's doing pretty well. It's the winner so far. Or live the laptop lifestyle, which is doing as well. But anyway, so that's why there are 2 different pages. I just wanted to mention that. But if I come in here and go to edit page, So come up back up here to settings and integrations. If I click that again, you can see that this variation page also is connected to Aweber to my opt-in list. So basically that means that whenever somebody comes through this funnel, they're going to get one of these two pages. 50% of my traffic is going to come to this variation and the other 50% is going to come to this. And so then I kind of gauge, which page is better so that I can use that headline across the board, because now I have tested it and have received some traffic to it and know that that headline is going to be the best performing one. But the reason why I was showing you, like going into edit page and checking the settings, is it might be worthwhile to go into, because it looks like you also have a variation in your funnel.
Right.
To go into the variation page, which would be on the right side, and go to edit page and make sure that your email autoresponder is connected.
Okay. I'm doing it right along with you here. Yeah, I'm using Get Response, and I checked both of them and the integration is connected.
Okay, so it's like, it says like Get Response right here and then your list name right here.
Let me double check here.
Every time. That would make the game impossible.
Shh, guys. Okay, so I have Get Response, and then the list is
Okay.
my list. So
Okay. That's good, because a lot of times, so like if you create a variation, or if you import a funnel that has a variation page, and you don't connect the variation page, then people will still go through your funnel and enter their email, but it won't send to Get Response or Aweber or whatever email autoresponder that you're using. So I was afraid that you were getting a bunch of opt-ins, but they weren't being sent to Get Response. But it looks like you're good.
yeah, I'm connected on both variations. So
Okay, good. Yeah, if you want to like send me a screenshot of just what we were looking at, just so I can like take a closer look, and just email it to me to barb@barbmcgowan.com. Then I can try to give you a more educated, or take a closer look.
okay, thank you. I appreciate that.
Oh, and also, can you also, when you email it, send me the link for like when somebody goes through your funnel, like what the link is for your opt-in page?
Sure.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, because I've been doing this since end of April, and I don't have a ton of traffic on TikTok. I have about a little over 1,200 followers, but it's been really slow. So I'm and I've not had any commissions or sales at all. So I'm trying to figure out. Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say, what's your name on TikTok?
Making Money Mama.
I like it.
I have lots of little ones, so.
How many kids do you have?
4.
Oh, wow. That's like my sister. She has 4 kids too.
Yeah, they're great.
Are they?
They're my why.
Oh. Let's see.
Yeah, so I just would really appreciate your help to try to pinpoint like where I might be missing. There's a disconnect somewhere, because it's discouraging to see everybody else succeeding, and you're like, okay, they're doing it, so I know I can too, but I must not be adding enough value for people to really want to kind of jump on board. So I'm trying to figure
honestly,
that out.
So can you repeat your username? Is it Makin, like MAKIN?
Yes. Money Mom.
MAMA?
Oh gosh, I'm actually spacing it now. Making Money. It's different than my email. I'll email it to you.
Okay.
I don't want to give you the wrong one.
Okay.
I have different ones for my funnel and for my email, and so
Yeah.
I'll email it all to you.
Okay, sounds good. But yeah, I'll at least follow you. But I mean, and I think that, and then I don't know if you guys have gone through, there's like for Legendary Marketer, there's a $1 TikTok training, and it's like several hours of how to optimize your profile, how to create content that like will get attention and, you know, I hesitate to say go viral, but you know, how to create content that will do well. And kind of like more of like a formula. And I'm not saying make your content just like formulaic, but it gives a good like a jumping off point or a starting point when you, if you're struggling or even struggling to come up with content ideas. Like I went through that training, and again, it's $1, and it was super helpful. And actually, Kristen, Jonathan Montoya was one of like the head like people being interviewed for that training, which I thought was great because obviously he's
right. I haven't done the $1 TikTok training. I bought his business breakthrough course, but I've just been going through it at kind of a slow pace to try to implement as I go.
Yeah.
And I haven't gotten to the whatever TikTok training he's got in there yet. So I've just been trying to model, you know, people that are doing well on TikTok and trying to, you know, kind of see what they're doing and, you know, put my own spin on it, but it's obviously not working really effectively. So
well, and I mean, without looking at your content, it's hard to say like what's going on. But what I always tell people is just like what you're saying, look at the other top accounts in your niche and see what they're doing, and then try to put your own spin on it. And also try to keep videos as short as possible and get to the point as quickly as possible. Because I know like for me, if something doesn't get to the point immediately, like if I'm not like, if I'm scrolling my For You page and it's not like immediately apparent, oh, this video is going to be funny. And I also kind of look at how much engagement it already has. Oh, this has 5 million likes. This is going to be amazing. Or, you know what I mean? But, so when I'm scrolling, I'm like, if it doesn't get to the point immediately, I'm already on to the next video. So cut out any dead space or any empty space, keep videos short. Like if you can keep it under 15 seconds, but still make it funny or get a point across or be inspirational or, you know, catch somebody's attention. Like TikTok is an attention getting platform, and you're not going to fully educate somebody on everything about affiliate marketing on TikTok, but you can grab their attention so that they'll follow you and wait till the next video that they come across of yours. Now that they follow you, that will give them a little bit more information and pique their interest a little bit more. And then as they follow you and, you know, continue to follow your journey and see your content, then, you know, the 5th or 6th video they come across, they might decide to make a purchase. You know what I mean? Yeah, keep videos short as possible. I always use a trending sound. I always use captions. Most people, myself included, watch TikTok, even though it's like a video of, or I'm sorry, an app of video, so it has sound, but we'll watch it on no volume or low volume. So always use captions. Use a trending sound, even if you turn it down to like 10% or whatever. And then always, always, always include a strong, clear call to action at the end of your video. So like and follow, or, you know, click the link in my bio to see the video of XYZ. But something I heard the other day on my coaching group, which I really like resonated with me, and I was like, oh, wow, that's like a really great way of putting it, is that your call to action should tell people, give people a really good reason why they should take that action, but also let them know what the consequence will be of them not taking that action. And it should be bad. And I'm not saying, go click the link in my bio or die, like not that. But like, you guys, go click the link in my bio and join my Facebook group. I'm going to be teaching people and helping them learn how to do affiliate marketing. You don't want to get left behind. Like that has a lot of implications. And I don't know that I would necessarily use that, because that's like, not like false scarcity, but maybe that's not the best example because it's not actually a call to action that I would use, but something that illustrates, like maybe I would use something more along the lines of, don't put off getting started. You could be and you could have a whole different life in 6 months, or you could be in the same place. That's probably a call to action I would use, because that's more in line with like me, and not threatening or trying to shame people into taking a certain action, but just being like, your life could change, or it could just be the exact same. You know, that's more in line with like me. But anyway, I heard that in a training the other day, and I was like, wow, my calls to action have been weak, you know? So make sure you have a strong call to action that says why they should click or follow or do whatever, but also kind of a really brief and punchy summary of what happens if they don't take that action. You know what I mean? Even if it's implied.
Thank you. That's really helpful.
It is helpful. Yeah, definitely.
Alrighty, so I'm gonna stop this recording. If you're watching the replay, you should come live next time.